Hey guys, it's RX here and welcome back to my channel. We are finally back with another keyboard review, and we are back with a new Meletrix keyboard. And today, let's all take a look and listen at their new Zoom75, their entry budget to the 75%. Now, before we start the video, a quick disclaimer that the board was sent by Meletrix for a review, but I wasn't paid to make the video, so of course I'll give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion on the Zoom75. By the way, the group buy for the board has already ended, so for today's video, let's just talk about my thoughts and opinion about the board. Now, the Zoom75 is indeed Meletrix's take on a budget 75% with some new features added, which we're gonna talk about in a bit. Let's get first into the unboxing, then we'll go ahead and talk about my thoughts and opinion, and of course the sound test. So if you want to skip to that part, feel free to check the timestamp below. So it would come in with this very nice box with a very nice artwork. It would also come in with a storage bag, but this was part of the add-ons. You'll get a plain black one for the default option. Now, opening it up, you'll be greeted with the new features that they added for the top right corner, in which they call modules. So by default, you'll get the knob kit. And the following are the add-on kit: the badge kit, 2-key kit, and of course the LCD kit, which is the main feature. Now, the LCD will cost you around $25, and I can really say that this is what sets it apart from their two previous boards. Opening the storage bag, we're gonna get the usual: it's the screws, rubber feet, and other things needed for the board to be built. So it also comes in with the cold cable and a knob. And for the gaskets, review units have this red one, but for the group buy units, it should be a dark blue one. The PCB that they sent us has still the Flex Cut PCBs, but they gave the option to buy a non-Flex Cut PCB during the group buy. The plate we have here is a polycarbonate plate as default, but of course they'll have a lot of options. They had a lot of options for the plate as well. And of course, we can't forget the foams that is also included, and you'll also receive 2 batteries by default, and they also included some stabs, but I believe this would be changed as the stabs is just a prototype. Now, taking a look at the case itself, they are using the electrostatic finish, and it's similar to the Zoom65 V2. And speaking of the Zoom65, it has a similar design to it in terms of the edges, the side profile, and up to the top and bottom case. And it even has a subtle lip to it, which I really like. So they sent us this very nice navy color, and honestly, I like the texture finish to it. And looking at the back, it still has that gradient backplate option. And they also sent us the stainless steel silver backweight, which is really stunning. So let's now talk about the new feature that Meletrix added to their Zoom lineup. As mentioned earlier, they added the new LCD kit that can show off different things that might be useful for your daily usage. So it can show off the date, time, memo, and even CPU temperature, and a lot more to choose from. Now, I did ask Meletrix if this can be changed to some customized gifts in the future, and Meletrix told me it's still in the works. Now let's build the board. Building it's pretty easy and straightforward. If you ordered one with the LCD kits, all you have to do is just connect the ribbon cable from the LCD to the PCB, which is really not that hard, as you just need to align them and just push to this black portion to lock it in place. I suggest don't rush this process and take your time. And speaking of the PCB, it still has the JST cable, same with the wireless battery, which is again very easy to align. The gaskets are also straightforward, just place them on the plates. And now let's do a quick sound test. For the build, we are using the Wotre stabs, the Wotre Studios Morandi linear switches, and the Wotre Studios heavy tactile. We are only using the plate foam, no case foam, and no PE sheet. The keycaps are of course the GMK Alter, so with all of that out of the way, please do enjoy the sound test on the Zoom75. So that was the sound test for the Zoom75. If you made it up to this point of the video, I would like to say thank you for staying, and let me know on what you think about the Zoom75 on the comment section down below, and let's have some quick discussion. Finally, let's now talk about my thoughts on the feel. Well, honestly, I was really surprised how nice it feels typing on it, as it wasn't that bouncy as I thought it would be. Because of course, you know, Flex Cut PCB and Flex Cut plates, but you can still feel a little bit of vibrations when you bottom out, but not to the point that you'll get bothered by it. It just have the right amount of flex and bounce, and I would say that the typing feel on the Zoom75 feels more better than the Zoom TKL, and a bit on par or the same as the Zoom65 V2. Now, given that they offer a non-flex cut options, I wouldn't really say those would feel more stiffer. And I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get one so I can try a non-flex cut option. Now, moving on to my thoughts on the sound, I was also surprised on how nice they sound without any case foam and PE sheet, as the board didn't sound that foam reliant, and was really happy how it sounded using the Morandi linear switches, as I was expecting it to be a bit muted, but surprisingly it didn't. It sounded clacky, and not to mention, while using the heavy tactile switches, the board sounded more fuller. Now, to be fair, my unit came in with the internal weight, so of course it adds some on the acoustics. But nonetheless, they sound really okay and decent without any foams, and of course, you can still add the foams if you want to. It's still your preference at the end of the day. Overall, in my opinion, the base price of $199 is really okay for what it offers on what you get out of the box. Of course, it would go up whether how many add-ons you'll get. Now, I actually like what Meletrix did with this board, adding that LCD kit really separates this board from their previous releases, and also those badges, and not just another copy paste with a knob on top. I would say that this feature, if you would ask me if this feature was a gimmick, honestly, yes, it's a gimmick done right, as you had a lot of options during the group buy that would really help out in choosing your preference, plus the fact that they listened to the community about the non-flex cut options really tells a lot, and I really hope Meletrix would continue to listen to community feedbacks. So yeah, I would say joining the group buy for this board was worth it, especially if this was your first 75%. Now, let me know if you joined the group buy for this. If not, what stopped you from joining the group buy? I would love to hear your thoughts on the board. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you find the review on the Zoom75 helpful, even though the group buy has already ended. But if you do find it helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button, as it helps out my channel grow. And of course, do comment on what you think about the board on the comment section down below. And what's next? Well, we are finally reviewing the Monstgeek M2 and the new 65% board, so please stay tuned for that. Again, please don't forget to hit the like button, share if you want, and of course, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys on the next review. Peace.